How nice that you have landed here on a little planet that I love to share with you. Some of you already know that I live with a, in my opinion, wonderful musician who makes sure that magical guitar sounds fill the house early in the morning. But I benefit not only musically, because when Martin puts new strings on the guitar, I always immediately grab the old ones before he can dispose of them. I then breathe new life into them and turn an old set of strings into my Stringbirds. And that they can also be quite musical, you will see and hear later. Now watch how the old worn strings become birds. First I wrap the usually 6 guitar strings around each other so that the body can be guessed. Sometimes I'm lucky and Martin changes the strings on the 12th string guitar. Then I have material for 2 Stringbirds at one go. I crochet the belly of the Stringbirds from cotton scraps, but you could also cut out a matching piece of fabric and sew it to the belly area. Or you can stretch threads. Yes, you could even weave the belly. As you can see, there are so many ways to make a Stringbird that I couldn't possibly list them all. So today I crochet the belly of this bird. Here you can use any crochet pattern in round shape and of course invent one. And now this is crocheted directly to the strings. Another variant would be to make the belly out of cardboard. Either you take an already printed cardboard or stronger paper, but you could also paint a pattern yourself. For example, a mandala or whatever you want. You can then sew the cardboard circle to the strings. Of course, these Stringbirds are only for indoors, while the ones I make out of wool can also fly in our garden. Now, I come to the head of the bird. I crochet that very similarly to the belly part, only much smaller, of course, and I also need that twice for the front and back. Then I crochet the beak, which I attach between the 2 head parts. You could also make it out of a strong felt and just sew it on. For the eyes, I sew on 2 wooden beads. Sometimes I also use small buttons. That looks good too. I crochet the two head parts together, lying on top of each other, while they wrap around the strings. But again, you could of course make the head out of paper, or also from felt or fabric. For the neck, I crochet around the strings with many more stitches than I actually need. This allows me to twist the stitches around the strings. This is a great effect. Now you can decorate the Stringbirds as you like. There are really no limits to your imagination. I've already attached or sewn on glass beads, colorful buttons, and anything else. You can add feathers or anything else you like to the bottom of the belly. Sew on sequins, and so on and so forth. On top of the back of the bird, or even on the head, you could of course also attach feathers. But I always like to tie bars or small bells to the bottom of the body. This way, the strings no longer vibrate, but they're still surrounded by sounds. And now all that remains is to find the right place, the new home of the Stringbird. Sometimes, if we're very attentive, they actually show us the way. This one wants to be part of the music room. And this one? Well, this one has been attracted by sounds. Martin's music. Oh, I can understand the Stringbird very well. So, then I leave the two here alone and dive deep into the world of sounds. And now, I would like to thank you for visiting me. Here, on the small planet, which can also always be your small planet.
You are a song, a melody, sounds so strange to my ears. I'm a story to be written and sent into your world. The world is our stage. Doesn't matter how long we play till the final curtain falls.